Hey everyone, Sam at Wyvern Kodiak. I have with me some new Kizers that came in. Let's go and check them out on a 3 for today. So we're going to start off with this one right here. This is the Kizer Begleiter 2.9. Has these Vortex micarta scales, reversible pocket clip lanyard loop. It is a button top liner lock. Normal bent pocket clip, nothing crazy here. Thumb stud on the deployment. When you're opening this thing up, you can see here a beautiful belt satin drop point blade here. Some functional jimping on the spine of the blade. Has a nice choil that you can choke up into, and we'll check that out in a minute. Blade steel on this is BD1N, which I'm not familiar with, but looking into it, it is similar to like a VG10 or 14C28N, so a good budget steel. And it is designed by Azo, the same guy who makes the Drop Bear. Super nice guy, by the way. I got to meet him in Atlanta at Blade Show and talk to him for a little while. Just really nice guy, and a very talented designer. So awesome looking knife here. Let's move these other ones out of the way and we can talk about some of the other stuff here. Specs on the Begleiter 2.9. We're looking at 7.03 inches overall. You've got a blade that's 2.97 inches and a weight that comes in at only 2.61 ounces. So very lightweight knife. Size comparisons against a Kizer Drop Bear. And then we'll look at it next to a Benchmade Bug Out. And you can see here that it is about Drop Bear size, maybe a shade smaller than the Drop Bear, but not much, 1/8 of an inch or so, and it's certainly smaller than the Benchmade Bug Out. So 7 inches is a good size for a EDC knife. Here is the Urban EDC f5.5, and you can see that this is the the Bastide Porcupine Tie Slim. And you can see that it is a little bit bigger than the f5.5 and a little bit smaller than that. Again, it is in that 7-inch mark right about, so not a bad size knife at all. Let's talk about the ergos. Ergos in hand 4-finger grip. I have double XL hands. I have enough room to get onto here with 4 fingers. Choke up into the choil right here, and I am locked in as well over here. Very nice. No problems, no pinch points, no hot spots. Everything is dandy there. Action on this is on bearings. You can see that it is pretty simple to use here, though my big hands do struggle because it is a very thin knife. So when I'm trying to get to the reverse flick, I've kind of got to reposition it a little bit. Not the end of the world, but it does take a little bit for my big meaty paws. Other than that, it is a great knife. So very fair for the budget price on here. And if you like this or any other Kizer, check our description for the link to the Kizer website. It's our affiliate link. We greatly appreciate if you use that. It certainly helps our channel with whatever that they pay, and you know, we certainly appreciate the support. So anything that we get from that goes right back into the channel. So we do appreciate anybody who uses or is going to use our links. So this is the Begleiter. We will test the pocket clip in a few minutes. Next one up is the Kizer Glaux or Glaux. It depends on how you say it. The French way, I think, is Glaux, but we're going to go with Glaux. And that's what I keep hearing on reviews, so that's what we're going to go with. Let's talk about this one here. Another beautiful belt satin. This one's in 14C28N. Another micarta scaled knife. This one is just gray Norplex Ultex micarta on this thing. No reversible pocket clip on here. Another button top liner lock bent pocket clip. This one is a little bit beefier of a knife here. Ergos in hand, 4-finger grip. You can see I've got plenty of room there. A full choil here to choke up into. This is home sweet home for me. And the action on this is spectacular. I really like this knife a lot. This one is a little bit more comfortable for me, being a little bit thicker in hand, but outstanding knife nevertheless. Specs on this one, we're looking at 7.02 inches overall, 3.02 inch on the blade, and a 3.01 ounce knife. Let's look at the size comparisons real quick. Here's the Benchmade bug out again, and here is the Kizer drop bear, and you can see here that it is about the drop bear size, pretty much the same size as the drop bear. If it's not, it's really close, almost too close for me to tell. And then we'll look at it against the Urban Cutlery or the Urban EDC f5.5, and we're going to look at it next to the Bastide Porcupine. I won't call it the Kizer Porcupine this time. And again, it's right in between them. The Porcupine's a little bit bigger, the f5.5 is a little bit smaller. So it's a good size 7-inch EDC knife. So this one I think I like a little bit more than the last one, only because of the fact that it is a little bit more robust in hand. It gives me a little bit more of a choke up position over here. The action is a little bit nicer, the blade's a little bit longer. So that's just my personal opinion on this. That doesn't mean that I didn't like the other knife, just that this would be preference. If I was reaching between the two, this would probably be the one that I go for more. So let's go to the third and final one here. This one is another Aizo design. Aizo, I can't speak today. This one is, let's try that one again. This one is the Nice Guy. And this is in AEBL, again, Aizo design, satin, belt satin blade on this thing, AEBL steel, clip point on the blade, has this wood grain looking micarta. This is again the micarta, the Ultex, Norplex Ultex micarta, good golly. Spit it out, Sam. Reversible pocket clip, lanyard loop, button top liner lock, bent pocket clip, thumb stud action on that. So these are nested liners on this one. Nested liners on this one. Okay, so the Begleiter has the proud liners and these ones have nested liners. Cool. All right, we're catching up. We're catching up. Just a little bit off today apparently. So action on this one, very good on this. Can reverse flick, can thumb stud action normal, and button works as well. So very nice. Let's talk about specs real quick. This one's a little bit smaller, 6.72 inches overall. We're having a 2.86 inch blade. It weighs only 2.45 ounces. Looking at this next to the Benchmade bug out, and then we'll look at it next to the Kizer drop bear, and you can see it's smaller than both of those. And then one more time with the f5.5. And then the Bastide Porcupine, and it's actually smaller than both of those as well, but a little bit closer to the f5.5. So this one is a smaller knife. You know, it's a 1/4 of an inch shorter than the other two or so. So it is not bad, but all in all, you know, as far as ergos go, I can get 4 fingers on here, though my pinky is screaming like, you know, hey, I'm about to fall off, because it is pretty far back there. And then you've got this nice little choke up point in here. where I can get a lot more room on the handle, and then I feel more comfortable here. You can get out here in this little gully, this little swoop right here on the spine of the blade, and you can lock in right here. I like that they put jimping in there. Lots of jimping on this one. Makes me happy. I love jimping. So very, very good on that. So let's talk about the pocket clips real quick on here. The pocket clips on this are all bent pocket clips, so I'm expecting them all to work well on here. So we're going to go for a 3-fer on this one. We've got 1, we've got 2, and we've got 3. And as you can see, all 3 of them are deep carry. The Begleiter, because of the way the tail of the scales is, does stick out not even 1/8 of an inch or so, but pretty deep carry overall. Very, very nice. They all went in the pocket very easy, no issues whatsoever. All of them have excellent retention. If I can get my fat fingers in here, there we go. Yep, no problems with the retention on this, and they all come out without any issues whatsoever. You know, just slight pressure, but as expected, you want a little bit of pressure, otherwise it's not pinching the pants, and that doesn't help anybody. So, and there you have it, folks. 3 new Kizers, 3 button locks, 3 in micarta, all 3 different steels, all 3 in the budget category, all 3 really good knives. Let me know what you guys think. Do me a favor, drop me a comment. I'd love to know what your all thoughts are on these. Which one would you choose if you had to choose one of these knives? Do you have any of these knives? You know, just let me know. Love talking to you guys. And if you aren't subscribed to the Wyvern Kodiak YouTube channel, we certainly appreciate you subscribing. If you're not subscribed to the newsletter on the Wyvern Kodiak website, go over to wyvernkodiak.com. Sign up for the newsletter, stay informed all things Wyvern Kodiak. We certainly do appreciate that. We've got just 4 more days, and then pre-orders close on the Gracchus. So if you are thinking about it, if you are on the fence, now is the time to act. wyvernkodiak.com and get a pre-order in, because they close midnight on June 20th. So don't miss out your opportunity to get a Van-X and titanium knife for under 300 bucks. It's going to be a banger. And then we go live Wednesday nights, live in the Dragon's Lair. So come hang out with us. We go on at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Love to have you. We certainly do appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us. And last but certainly not least, if you're not following us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram at Wyvern Kodiak. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I hope everybody is having a fantastic day, and you all take care.